When I get on the beat, it's cutthroat. Ooh, Tim going crazy. I feel lazy. I'm kamikaze. My man over there crazy. Ooh, I told you I could freestyle.
Okay.
I know they can freestyle.
Okay.
Do the shout out. This like wildin' out.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, I'm wildin'. Oh, and I'm freestyling. And I got that swag. You know I be styling. And I ain't even know he was recording. But that's fire though. When this come out, I'ma be recording. That's Marshall. Mathers, and now it don't even matter. Eminem, that's 2 M's. I like them gems. So just go in and drop them on me. I prefer an old head telling me some shit. But if you young and say some shit, I'm a dip.
Bars 2020, nigga.
Bars.
If I was drunk, them shits would have been harder though.
Hey, let me tell you something, y'all. Shout out to my nigga Woosie. This is Great Apes Cafe. I am Timothy Raw.
I just had a perfect introduction. I don't need to say my goddamn.
That nigga is Woos. He said he don't need to say nothing. And I have a special guest today. He's a longtime friend. I knew this nigga since I was about 10 years old.
Way
12
back.
years old. I lied. Shout out to my nigga. What's your name?
They call me Mell, a.k.a. Melly Mell, a.k.a. Jar Mizzle. You know what I'm saying? Follow me on Instagram. SwellMel_93. I'm out here. You know.
Swell males.
I know him by Day Day before Day Day came out. But
Wait.
anyway.
OG did it. OG.
And today we gonna be. I don't even know what we're gonna be talking about.
This off the
But
whim.
I am gonna talk about you freestyling just now. Nigga.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Oh, yeah.
So you
I feel like
got
you shocked the world right there.
I ain't know Mark even. Mark
Bro, I
ain't a
freestyle that one time.
Mark ain't freestyle.
Bro, I freestyle that one time.
I wasn't there for that.
And tell them to.
Bro, I did when we was in the whip that one night.
That nigga wasn't freestyle. No. That nigga
was he off his phone like reading
him,
some shit?
That nigga, he wasn't doing no reading off the dead.
That's what I don't be getting when people be like, I'm about to put this freestyle out. Is it a freestyle that you come
How's
out the
it
top of your head?
How you freestyle with
or
right.
you done wrote some shit?
Right.
Let me tell you something. If you ever see me actually,
Freestyle
I can't even memorize my own music. So how can I memorize a freestyle? Bro, I know you ain't farted again, bro. Damn, don't try to hang.
That did not just happen.
You motherfucker. Bro, you like another
That
one
shit,
out?
That shit like breaking news,
That
bruh.
shit like Breaking Bad.
If
It's
they
all
hear that
crack
shit,
to
they
me.
need to play that breaking news joint.
Damn.
God,
Another one?
He's like, all right, let one out. I might as well let the other one out.
Bruh, what the fuck?
I feel bad for homegirl in the audience. If she smell that shit, she gonna get up and stab your
Sorry.
ass.
She will. She threw a spatula at me not too long ago, so she will.
Now you got
throw
my
some
thinking
shit
fucked up
at
because
your
I'm
ass.
expecting the smell to come.
It's gonna drip
And out
over here like a
right when in the middle of saying something.
bad-
Then that shit go. You know, when you smell fart, you still tasting a percentage of particles.
I wish I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Damn,
if you don't know, and now you know, nigga. But so what I want us to start off with
Hey,
talking
you drinking them
is,
steel joints?
man, please, you just had one.
I'm saying that nigga.
Yeah, that shit.
Yeah,
he don't
he
need
done
to
had
drink
some
no
shit to
shit.
That
make
nigga
his fucking
different.
bowels move.
He need an enema. Shout out to my nigga DJ Barbarian on the motherfucking production.
Boom.
It seemed like this is his second episode where he decided that he needed a fart.
Nigga's a god though, so he can.
Yeah, that nigga been farting. Yeah, that nigga done farted the past couple episodes on some random shit.
Nigga,
He
fart,
leaving
and
his
then
mark. That's a
Damn.
Then he say,
funky
that ain't
ass.
me. Nigga.
Well, motherfucker, it ain't.
That nigga be throwing
Fucking the
knuckles
air
on it.
coming out the fucking.
That nigga, when
shit.
he fart, he cleared out that whole
Nigga
art
clear out a
classroom
funeral home.
in high school. That's when you know the fart is real. That
That
shit
nigga clear out of school. That nigga got a
Nigga,
fumigated.
I
the
was
school.
on the second floor and niggas told me about the information on the first. That's power.
That's crazy.
From the blown hole.
That nigga got power. That nigga,
Anyway.
that nigga got that Trump fart. Nigga fart got power like Trump.
Anyway,
Oh shit. Oh,
on the today episode, what I'm going to start off
What's
is
done?
the versus battle.
Ooh.
Jeezy versus Gucci. What the fuck do y'all think who won the versus? And before we go into the details, I'm going to say that the fact that they would even have that
was
to me was monumental
within itself.
in
Definitely.
history. But
Yeah.
what do y'all think? Leave a comment in the bottom. I might answer to it. Y'all niggas don't leave comments anyway because y'all niggas too lazy. But what do y'all think about Gucci and Jeezy? Who you was rooting for? And I'm going to start with...
You want to go first?
Yeah, you go first, brother.
I'll start with you then.
I thought it was really going. I ain't really think it was gonna happen. I thought it was gonna be T.I.
Yeah, that was a rumor.
I thought it was
for a
gonna be
minute.
T.I.
They was talking
and
about
I
that
rather
for a
I
while.
rather would have had T.I. on than
Really?
What? No, I wouldn't because they history because
I would have had
Gucci
T.I.
history.
versus Jeezy if it was going to be.
Yeah.
A matchup. That would have been a little more.
Yeah,
facts.
especially
You know,
they was playing like a bunch of
facts.
radio
Yeah.
radio stuff.
If you're gonna play radio hits, T.I. got.
Microphone check,
T.I.
microphone
would have killed
check,
Jeezy.
check.
T.I. my mans, though.
Get a little closer. So don't be scared.
They be acting like T.I. don't be having no shit in the stash. T.I. got some shit in the stash, man.
Good.
But yeah, Gucci, yeah, just because they history, yeah, that it did make sense though. But
Yeah.
It was
I
real
think-
history.
yeah, because what they
I mean,
went-
they had real beef, though.
yeah, they had real beef.
But you think like even like how when Gucci got out of fucking prison, you know, when he did that bid, he came out like they thought he was a clone. You feel me? Because he was so transformed within his
People fear
body, and like
change.
you know,
Yeah, because that was like he done went to prison like
Is he-
fucking 5
he
people
been
fear
in and
change.
out. He been in and out.
But
That's
this
the
time,
thing, like him and
people
Jeezy
fear
really
change.
put Atlanta on the map when it comes
Yeah.
to trap music.
Right.
They are the two. That's why
And
when
T.I.
Jeezy said, we're the culture. You know what I'm saying? We're the reason that these young cats are doing what they doing now because of what we did.
I ain't gonna lie.
And
And
You know
then,
what I'm saying?
back in the day,
T.I. too.
all I
T.I.
listened to was
ASAP,
Gucci,
ASAP,
T.I. got a
ASAP.
mixtape called
Jeezy,
Trap
especially
Music.
Jeezy and Lil Wayne. Weezy,
Wayne.
Jeezy, Gucci was in my combo.
Facts.
Before I go to a track meet, one of them niggas on that iPod
Yeah,
before I
That
run.
Wayne, you got that
that
dedication
gotta have
3.
that- yeah, that
Oh,
dedication.
so like they
3.
made to me, they what?
Ah man.
They brought that vibe, that
Wayne
energy
really-
there.
especially
Yeah,
Wayne.
right.
Gucci had
Especially
that
when
shit,
Wayne
too.
ain't gonna get on. I don't think Wayne they ever gonna put a versus because Wayne catalog.
No one
I don't
can-
think
no
Wayne
one
like
could
people.
ever
I don't
really
think
match.
Wayne like people.
Nah, he can't. No one is gonna say,
Nobody
let me
his
battle Lil
catalog
Wayne.
is-
Like, you'd be a dummy.
Nigga
if
got
you
more
tried that.
mixtapes in this album level. Like nigga
Yeah,
got
he be working.
bro. He
Gucci
got,
got a lot too. Gucci got a fucking
Gucci.
lot.
but not on
Gucci
some
stay
Wayne shit.
releasing
And
for
Wayne
real.
been slacking
Bop,
on
bop,
purpose because he
consistent.
got a lot of shit.
Bro, I think he might got about the same.
I don't
Gucci
know,
might
man.
got about the same.
I don't know. That,
Bruh.
this
Ooh,
nigga drop.
that could be
Gucci
a-
was on some same type
I don't know.
shit.
Versus
Gucci was dropping mixtapes like every fucking 2 weeks. He got all them
Let me ask you a question though.
Chamberlains,
The
Audience,
amount of
all them
work that
So
they have-
IACs.
who
Yeah.
quality? Who would you
Cumulative.
air hustling though? Who was banging on your eardrums more so at the time? Wayne
Yeah.
in his prime with
Ooh.
dedication.
Yeah, I probably gotta go with that.
I ain't gonna lie.
Because Gucci
The
shit don't
hottest
really
nigga
don't.
under the sun.
Gucci wasn't. I mean, his shit was
Gucci
hard.
was
His shit was
Gucci.
fire.
But
Wayne was
Weezy
just
was
damn-
Weezy.
It's
Talking
almost
to-
like it was kind of at the
talking some
peak,
witty
almost at
shit.
the same time. Like, if anything, Gucci was a couple years after Wayne.
Yeah,
Right, because like Carter 3 came out like what 08, and then you got the State versus Redrick Davis. Gucci Man album
Facts.
came out 2009, and that shit was fire. The Lemonade on it,
That
the
shit-
heavy, real heavy, going heavy. He had the classical
Gucci,
shit on there, like. Gucci.
But for some reason, I ain't gonna lie. I always been a Jeezy fan. I respect Gucci. I've been a Jeezy
But Jeezy's
fan.
thoroughbred.
Yeah,
You
from
the
can't-
off
you
the
can't
rip.
take nothing from him. You can't
But this
take
nigga
nothing
said,
from
guess
Jeezy.
what? I don't give a fuck. None of these niggas will as me pick them out, line them up. Fuck your man, he ain't shit. What you say? Go suck a dick. Excuse me if I'm being rude. Let me check my attitude. That was the first time it took me to hear that line and realize I need to fuck with this nigga.
Man, the first, I don't even buy albums. Especially when it was back in the day when it was hot, like how Wayne sold like fucking $1 billion in like
Right.
A milli,
a million a
literally
week.
milli.
I still ain't buy that album. But the first album I bought was that fucking Inspiration, that Jeezy. That was the first album I ever
The
bought.
first album
And the
I-
second one was Jaquan.
Really?
Jaquan was that one. Here come the two.
Two to the three.
My mama bought me that goofy ass shit, yo. That was the second album I ever bought.
I bet you was playing that shit.
It might have been the
Yeah.
first. I don't know. I got it mixed up. But Jeezy was the first one, the one I really That was the first one. First one I ever spent my fucking money on.
But
bought that
I think
inspiration.
that it was, to answer your question, I think that them getting together and doing what they did was important because in the rap culture, it's about beef. It's about who's hard, who's tough, whatever. You see the King Von and Quando Rondo whole thing, like,
Right.
it was important for the OGs, like guys that's really been in the streets, really
Right.
been through that type of thing, to squash the beef and say, like, look, we ended all this. Like, it's been 15 years. Like, you can't be honing on the same type of
shit.
Gucci
holding on to that shit. You see
seen
how
him,
that shit
right?
went.
You seen him, right?
Gucci holding on to that shit, man.
He said it's been 20 years. He said 15. He said 15.
Separationalism. I think separationalism is a problem in this country.
Of course.
So when I see unification between two people,
and it's a beautiful thing,
and it's
dog.
positive,
It's
I
a
fucks
beautiful
with
thing.
it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I don't care what it is. If it's in,
I don't
if
think
it's
it was
gonna-
positive. I mean, I think
It wasn't-
did they even shake hands?
they
They didn't shake hands, but you got to think.
the fact that they
The
was there
chair
to
was-
me.
Yeah.
For me,
but-
the fact that they was there though.
I mean, even the two different
But there
camps,
was,
you can.
you can
know.
tell like the
The-
chair
the
was on
tension-
one end,
yeah, it
and
was
they had their
tense.
group over there, and they
Yeah.
had their group over there, and they
In
weren't even
case
looking
shit
at each
popped
other.
off, like, try something here tonight. And I guarantee you it's
Yeah.
gonna be a show.
Jeezy was sitting on a chair, wasn't nobody rocking to each other. Music was just like
Man,
they
yeah.
was really like battling each other.
They was really
Energies,
mad.
energies
That's-
was battling each other.
That's hate that carries.
I ain't gonna lie
for-
though. I am gonna say this.
That man
though.
tried to
years.
kill that man.
Right.
Hey, man, I said, fuck that.
Separationalism is a problem, and unifying.
Especially in our community, man. You know what I'm saying?
Facts,
We gotta be more united because strength in numbers. You feel me?
facts.
And
Let me interject on
straight
this
up.
topic before I forget because I've been drinking. So my sis is not on this episode. She'll probably be on the next one. Because, and I'm trying to say this in a way that doesn't divulge in too much of her information personally. But I know that she's having I just want prayers to go out to her mom and her grandma for having COVID symptoms. They've been diagnosed with COVID. And I just want that energy to go over there. She's taking care of them. Amari is not diagnosed with COVID. And she's taking the precaution not to spread it. So I probably won't be seeing her for a few episodes. Amari, if you're seeing this, we love you. We got
Shout
mad
out, much
respect for
love.
you. And I just want you to be well. I got a shipment coming to your house tomorrow with some damn Clorox, bleach, some motherfucking Germex, the same one I got from Costco for sale, $5 a bottle. That's a big ass bottle for $5. I might just get the Germex at 15, but anyway. And then I got to turn around and make sure you get some soup. I got some soup coming to you, girl.
Campbell's.
You
The
chicken noodle
good
soup with the
chicken
soda on
noodle
the
soup, no
side.
soda on the
I
side.
send you a little money with the Cash
soda.
App, fam. We got you. We got you.
Yeah, hey love, I'm gonna come drop something else off.
Ooh. That's definitely gonna be edited out.
This nigga here,
I'm
Lord have mercy.
Somebody come drop Thor's hammer off at the house.
I'm gonna drop something else off.
Lord, excuse us. So I ain't pop no Molly. I just got
You
hyper.
just slid.
Anyway,
So you got Reeve in the line.
but we I ain't Michael Jackson. Anyway, we definitely love you in our prayers and respect and shout outs go to you. I just want to let you know we ain't forget about you.
I forgot about you.
I'm bullshit.
Mark been asking about you all day. Where you at? Where
Yeah,
Amari at?
baby.
Is Amari coming around?
Come
To where
and talk
Amari
to
at?
me,
I need
my
me some
baby.
Amari.
Need you on
Vroom
the
vroom like a
team.
Ferrari. You
Come
ain't say
and
that?
talk to me.
Yeah, damn sure then. I really wanna know you. Come and talk to me.
My baby.
Oh, no.
Really wanna please.
These niggas can't sing. They sound whack.
Talk to me.
Just because I can't sing.
Leave a comment and ask me how these bitch ass niggas sound. Anyway,
I probably sound like shit, but that's all right because I have confidence.
so what's the next subject? What's the next? Let's switch subjects.
Switch subjects.
Switch subject.
If y'all don't, I'm gonna throw it out right
It's
real
a
quick.
freestyle. That we freestyling.
Hold on now.
How do
I
y'all
mean freestyle.
feel about the illegitimacy of the election? How do y'all feel?
We don't talk about politics.
We don't talk about politics. Y'all want to switch subjects?
Sir.
I like politics. I mean, I don't like politics. I
I
like
don't.
talking about it from the
We can switch subjects.
from the
Because-
outside because I don't give a fuck.
Nobody-
I don't give a
they
damn
don't-
How
about
does
both
that
of
make
them
you
niggas.
feel
that's
that we
the-
switch the subject?
That's the bad thing about it. Let us know how you feel about a switching subject.
I
Can
don't
we
give a
switch
fuck
subject
about
off of
it.
that? I don't want to put nobody in
about
the
the versus
cold.
battle, but let's talk about shit. What y'all
Let's
think?
talk about history. Hold on.
Ooh,
I knew this nigga. How long did I know you?
shit.
How long did I know you? How long did I know both of y'all? I knew
It's
this.
been like 20 years.
It been
at least, I think.
fucking. He been for him. It been 20 years.
I was 9 at least. I'm 27.
I was 12.
18,
I was
17.
11 or 12. So yeah,
And we about the
Almost-
same age. So
bro, that's the last time we hang
Oh, we-
out.
That's
we
the
went
last
him in
time I
elementary
even
school.
saw
Yes,
you,
sir.
who you went? Where you went to his school?
I'm
before
with the
you went
mini
to South?
schools. Let me tell you something. After
After
South,
he-
Oh, so
not at the South,
I
but
met
like
him
after Southport Elementary.
Southport Elementary.
Yeah,
I met this dickhead in Southport Elementary.
I ain't gonna lie. I never forget Southport Elementary because I was there during the World Trade Center, and I remember
Oh,
everybody's
shit.
face.
I welcomed him here.
You talking about like you escorted him in here like you,
like I'm a
welcome
motherfucking
him.
like,
like it was a
Amber-
private plane, like it was a whole
I
ceremony.
welcomed,
Like
I
yeah,
welcomed,
nigga,
and you know what the crazy,
you
know what the
just stay with my
crazy shit is
people.
when I look back,
He was my realest
for
friend.
real,
He was my
no,
realest
real
friend.
talk,
That's what's
I
up.
used to sneak this nigga zebra cakes
bruh.
in the classroom. I'll never forget. Shout out to Ayla Gopher. I'm sorry, and I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna talk about this subject. I know
Yeah,
Mark
it's
felt
crazy.
uncomfortable.
Are you crazy? I don't.
I
don't want
at
the fuck
elementary
now. I
school,
want the fuck now.
of course, I was
Nah,
being a
I'm playing.
child. I didn't know how to
Right.
handle my emotions. I smacked a lady's butt.
And you blame him for it. Please
No,
don't tell me
fourth,
you did
third.
that.
I'm gonna tell you some grimy shit now.
Oh, here you go.
This is
Brooklyn's
real grimy,
finest.
really grimy. I smacked LA Gopher butt because I couldn't. I smacked the booty.
He couldn't handle.
I
his
couldn't
damn
tell
self.
her how I felt about her. What is love to a fourth grader?
He said, "Hey,
And
look,
instead of me,
I love you."
instead of me actually taking accountability, the weakness I was at the time, I blame Mark. Mark got his ass whooped by mom
Damn right.
about that situation because
That's
he
an ass
smacked
whooping
Ola.
he owe you.
Yeah, this
Pretty
man
much.
there
That's
smack
it.
my
Mark
You
girl.
don't want to
know
see
you
me.
won,
Mark
dog.
ain't about that life.
Bust your ass,
'Cause
boy.
you know black mama's gonna wail on your ass.
Yeah,
You
And
been
I
all
went
at the
out there-
school acting a damn fool, touching on
Yeah,
girls'
touching-
butts.
Yeah, and
I
I'm
done
like,
told your ass about
and
going
then you
there
can't
acting a
even
damn
tell her like
fool.
you ain't do it. Then she gonna look at you like,
don't wanna
nigga, why
believe
you
that shit.
lying?
You liar. So to Mrs.
So you
Harris,
get your ass beat even more.
to Miss Harris, I'm going to apologize for the first time, live and direct on the camera.
Fucking this
I'm-
two ass whoopings later. 30
I'm
years
letting you know
later.
right now, ma'am, it wasn't Mark Harris' fault. And I actually take full accountability for what I've done. And
That's
I
gross.
must say,
That's
the
gross.
smack was quite pleasant at the time.
She did have a bun on. She had an onion
and
on her.
I
the fourth
blame
grade,
Mark
she had a
Harris.
butt.
And when he came back, I had to give him 2 boxes of motherfucking zebra cakes.
And a couple Pepsis.
I'm sorry,
and a
I'm not
few
cursing,
That
Miss
was
Harris.
that was your restitution.
Yeah.
I'm
He
paid.
had all
He said,
the
I want a week.
snacks.
He said, I want a week worth
Look,
of zebra cakes,
This
nigga, and I
nigga had
want all that
the-
shit.
He had all the snacks.
I was the
This
only
nigga
child.
I want
Tim
2 weeks worth of your snacks,
Had
nigga.
all the snacks. All
Run
the
that
snacks.
shit.
He'll come in there like a bag. I ain't bring my bag in. He come in this class with a bag. I'm like, I know this nigga got some. I know he got some.
Shout out to my sis for bringing my beer. I appreciate it. I really do. Shout out to my sis. She's in the audience.
We ain't have. We ain't have no. I ain't used to eating breakfast. Even to this day.
Nigga, breakfast was you brushing your teeth. You get that, you
And
get
you
that,
taste that toothpaste?
that
Really?
dick on your shit. You
Yeah.
like shit. That's
so.
my
I ain't-
morning coffee right
yeah,
there.
I ain't used to eating breakfast. I
Man, I
ain't
ain't
used
gonna
to
lie, that-
bacon and pancakes and all that good. I ain't used to that shit. I'm used
Mark
to.
was mad at me for
I might get a
months.
Pop Tart.
I get a
if that.
nigga. I get a
It
nigga
ain't
zebra
even heated up
cakes.
either.
Yeah.
That shit cold.
I
as
get it.
fuck.
I ain't had Twinkies. I didn't like that. I get a
This
nigga
nigga had
Star
Slim
Crunch.
Jim. Yeah, Star
Oh,
Crunch.
I got a nigga some
oatmeal
Slim
cakes,
Jims. It took me a
Slim
month to
Jim.
actually
Throwback.
redeem. I was
That's a
really. I
throwback.
felt really bad about that.
And I'm like, yo,
All because
how-
of Ayla Gopher.
and I'm like, yo, how you got all this shit in your bag and you the only motherfucker? You don't. Why you got all this shit? You not eating all this, bro.
No,
Only
man.
child, dog.
But he would get that shit to
Stuff
me
that
though.
shit.
He would get it.
I
He would
share.
give it.
Look, I
He
ain't-
did share with me though.
Because I ain't want nobody to say,
his backpack.
unbeknownst to me, I ain't want nobody to say a goddamn thing back then.
He did. He
was
did. Damn.
selfish,
He
man.
would.
Nah, but I like sharing.
That's how
it.
we
Back then, I was-
connected.
that's how we
He
connected,
would do
bro.
that. He would. Damn. He'd give me
how
whatever
we
he
connected,
had. He'd
man.
He
give
can
me
look out
half
for
of that
you.
shit.
That's the
That
thing
was
about
I,
Tim.
we
He
lived in the
would
same
look out.
neighborhood.
For real. He'd
I
give me
remember your
half of
little
that
brother.
shit.
I'm like, man, I'm his little brother. That was the neighborhood, man. That was for real.
Mhm.
It used to be. I never forget. Me and Marcus. Shout out to Marcus if you've seen this. We watched that Dragon Ball Z.
Ah.
We saw the transformation together of literally Goku. I don't even know if you remember that. But I ain't gonna lie, man. That was some good times, man.
For real. You
That
can
was some
smack
good
the
times.
butt.
I would never I'll never forget that class because just based on the World Trade Center.
Yeah.
And seeing that.
I remember
Seeing
when I
that
was at when
happen.
that shit happened. I was in 3rd grade, dog. At fucking Winter Park.
I went to shout out to Winter Park, Sunset Park Elementary.
Sunset Park Elementary.
I went there too.
Facts.
That's how, man, you was a scary guy when you was little. I
can't deny it. You exposed me to a lot of different things, but you know, the funny thing about it is there's things that you don't forget.
Yeah.
Being a kid, like, you don't think those things may not resonate with you then.
Yeah.
I'll forget about this when I get older.
No, you won't. Stick with your
life.
life.
Things that you said and things that we did, I cannot forget, dog. I will never forget it. Ever.
And I hope it's a level of positivism.
Of course.
But you wouldn't think about that shit.
No,
man.
not then. Hell no.
I was a child, and you be scared as hell as a kid. You don't want your parents to find out. You don't want your mom to know.
Right.
You just be quiet and shit. But you be thinking about the shit that you saw that you.
Yeah.
Then you be like, oh damn.
I had a childhood, but I just grew up too fast. Like I remember the innocence, and then I remember not having the innocence. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's making it smacking the white girl butt in the damn. I'm like, yo, we the
looking
only
at him
two
like, bro,
niggas in here.
That's a violation.
Yeah. No, he came from up north. He came from up north and came down south and thinking that shit cool.
You can't bring them same rules.
No, it's
down
not
here,
cool.
dog. They don't apply.
It's not cool. See,
It
I
ain't
didn't
cool.
at that age. I didn't know how to deal with a good 4th grader. Give me some
So you
slack.
was like old dude from the wood. So I'll give you $1, you slap her butt.
And the only difference was I didn't get no dollar. And then not only that, my grimy ass blamed Mark, and he got the ass whooped. But I actually never even got suspended. And Ayla Gopher, I don't even know if she found out about it, but I
think we
traded
dated
Mark
for like 2 days after that.
Yeah.
I married Caitlin after that.
Caitlin
Ray.
who?
Caitlin Ray.
She was
I
like,
made her in
I
fifth
heard
grade.
you was the boy that slapped the old girl butt. So what's good? Like
Caitlin Ray, huh? 5th grade?
Yeah, we got married in 5th grade, right in the back of the jungle.
Which had the ring pop.
What you
The
mean
ring
got
shit.
married?
We got married on some goofy shit.
under the oak tree.
Under the fucking tree back there by the fucking
Caitlin used to hate my ass. I got on all the
No,
Ray's
Nicole
name.
hates your ass.
Nicole, yeah, that's who.
Nicole hates your ass.
Shout out to Nicole Ray. I got on all the Ray's nerves.
I'm gonna get Tim on your ass, boy. She's
I used to have a
gonna
little crush
punch
on
your
Nicole
ass.
back then, though. I had a
Oh,
little
man.
crush on Nicole. That's probably why I got on her damn nerves. I would. At the time, I would
Yeah,
never
you'll
say
get on
anything.
her nerve. That's how you showed you liked her. You'll get on her nerve and shit.
Say some shit.
She wasn't
talk
having
shit.
that shit.
Hey,
Nicole hates your ass.
Nicole hated me though. It was not on some Hey Arnold shit. It was on some chunky shit. Nicole wanted to cut my fucking life
For
away.
real.
You know who you are.
I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna get
Finish
Tim on.
it.
All right, I'm gonna tell Tim, boy, she be out about to punch me in my fucking face. Like,
What?
God damn, what the fuck you do to
Why?
you?
I don't even know.
man.
It used to be Nicole. It was some other people, but Nicole hated me more than anybody in middle school.
Yeah, Nicole ain't like your ass.
Granted, I was only a 7th or 8th. I never did 8th grade, so I was 6th and 7th grade in middle school. I skipped 8th grade and went to 9th. I went to BCA for about 4 or 5 months. Because I was behind 2 grades because I was that bad and had to move up a grade. So when I saw Mark in high
I
school,
was that bad.
I saw Mark ugly ass in high school. That nigga said, "What the fuck you doing?
I ain't
What
seen
you
that.
doing? I'm a freshman. Why you a sophomore?"
You
And
should
I
be up
said,
here with me, like,
well, I had to move up. Moving on up to the high. I finally got a piece of the high.
That's some sick shit they made back in the day.
And as far as my nigga right here, he was scary of everything.
Unexposed.
Shout out to the Foy family, the Foy brothers.
Hey,
I love them.
Shout out to my little brother Juju, my big brother Jackie, man. You already know, man.
But
Shit.
this Malcolm in the Middle nigga, it was
Malcolm in the
scared
Middle.
of everything. Everything.
I didn't want to be exposed. I never been exposed.
Expose my
to
ass.
None
He
of
had
that
to
shit.
smell the
Just
real world.
smell it. All
the
of
coffee.
it. Live it.
Sometimes burn when you leave the pot on too long.
Shit. I felt that pot burning, nigga.
That man was scary. Everything. We got the fights. I was a bully for the good
You were a
reason.
bully,
But not
but
for the
nigga,
bad
like you were
reason.
cool with me. That's what made it
Weird.
dope about you being the bully.
I was a
So
bully.
I never had to worry about you kicking my ass. It's like, all right, man. Well, I'm with the motherfucker.
I don't know if I was
who
a
gonna beat
bully.
everybody else up, so I'm gonna
Matt
stand behind his
said
ass.
I was a bully. I don't
Dude,
remember
you were
bullying.
bigger than everyone else.
Okay, but that doesn't mean I was bullying.
Of
Look,
course.
Paul Simmons
You're
back
from
in the
New
day,
York,
and you
dude.
know who the
Y'all
fuck you
are
are.
aggressive breed.
Paul Simmons was a bully. And
was
guess
Fuck
what?
that.
Me
Fuck
and
that.
Tim McMillan wasn't scared
He
of
was
that
beating
nigga back
niggas
in the
up,
day.
Timothy. I ain't trying to hear that shit.
Paul was my man too. That was my man.
He was beating
I
niggas
was
up.
cool with that nigga.
You school Paul Smith?
I was
Mark,
cool
you
with
cool
Paul.
with
I was
everybody.
cool with I was cool with everybody. I was cool with Paul.
He was beating niggas up.
In high school, I ain't
I was
I
cool
ain't
with
like Mark in
sisters
high
and
school.
everything.
Mark was a bitch in high school. He thought he was
Boy,
all
you
that.
crazy as shit.
Nigga playing basketball, he had 2 left feet.
Crazy as a motherfucker.
Nigga doesn't even put numbers on the board. You know what I mean?
Crazy
Nigga.
Crazy as hell.
Let's look at the footage then.
Bring
Shout
up
out
the
to
film.
Mr. McDuffie. We could probably got to bring that footage back.
You gotta bring that footage. I was getting buckets.
We need that. We need that.
I ain't get buckets. That's because Sean Sweat was in the.
Damn.
Sweat started as a freshman.
Hey, look,
Sweat
I'm
was a-
talking shit. I ain't even played for the. I ain't even
Sweat
played
was
on the
a
team.
damn.
I was a cameraman. I ain't no team member.
Yeah, this
He a
nigga
team
over there-
manager.
yeah.
Hey, look, but I was damn sure wanted that ring. Damn, I wanted that
Hey, he was
ring.
washing the dirty uniforms and shit like that. He was a fucking
Bitch, I was
clothing
about that.
manager.
Like, this nigga, you see this nigga? Hell no, that ain't it.
Nah,
that
that's it.
statement ain't it. I wish my black ass would.
Shit.
Tell him about that sports life.
Yeah, he wasn't
He
going.
did run track though.
He
I
wasn't
did
ran
do track.
though.
I got kicked off. I tried to do football team. I got kicked off the football team.
I got
Yeah,
kicked off the
folks.
basketball team. I ain't even really, after my freshman year. I
How
really
the
didn't
fuck you
play
get played?
basketball.
How the fuck you get kicked off?
Being a dumbass, being bad as fuck.
Who was your coach?
Didn't
Who was your
get-
He
coach?
wasn't even playing. You
That's
wasn't
who
even
kicked you off?
going by the game plan. You was just out there just doing whatever you
I was the
wanted,
only
right?
motherfucker really got kicked off. I used to write papers to try to get back on the team.
He
Fuck
said,
all
"I'm
that.
very
One-
sorry for what I
Nigga,
have done,
one time,
and I will
bruh,
never do it
This
again."
man made me write a fucking like 5-page essay explaining to him why I want to be back on the team. And then he made me run like 50 miles.
He coming up with all type
Oh,
of shit
hell
in his
no,
head,
ain't it?
I
like,
had to run. I had to do this before.
But shout out to
certain
Miss
dates.
McGugan though. That was a cool biology teacher.
No, Mr. McGugan.
I know.
Oh.
I'm just saying. Shout out to Miss McGugan. I'll never forget. I bought a 2-liter of coffee. I knew I was gonna pass it the end of grade. Like, this is biology, please. But I went in there and I drank a 2-liter of coffee, and she got mad. Tim, you probably got fucking hyperhidrosis. No, like too much. Your
Vertigo.
glucose level was off the charts. My hands were shaking. I had to go pee every 15 minutes. She was mad about that shit. And I was gonna go pee because I damn sure wasn't gonna pee on
He's a
myself.
lying ass. I swear to God, you was lying ass.
The
motherfucker.
McGugans was some mad. The
But
McGugan.
Miss
clan
McGugan was cool though. That was my favorite biology.
Shit, Mr.
teacher.
McGugan ain't playing.
Mr.
He made me run 50 miles.
And then Miss
50
Moran
miles,
was
nigga.
50 miles.
50
as
miles.
a kid.
As a kid,
Shit,
bro.
he ain't
man.
made
He had
no
to run
50
that shit around the
He ain't ran
track.
no 50
Yeah,
miles,
bro,
boy.
I'm not lying, bro.
That's a lot.
He really didn't
That's
want
a
me
lot.
back.
That nigga
I'm
lied.
not
That's a lot,
lying.
bro. That's a
Bro, I'm
lot.
not
Nigga
lying,
ain't
bro.
ran no damn 50 miles.
No, not in one day. I had a certain time to run the 50
So
miles.
how many miles
So
you
you had
did
to do
today?
a
So I was
schedule.
doing. I wanted to be back because I wanted to be around the boys and shit. You know what I mean? So I was
Man,
running
fuck
like.
them boys.
I was
And
running
you
like-
know who you are. Fuck all of y'all motherfuckers.
I was running like.
Which I would.
I was
50
running
miles
like, man, shit,
later.
I was damn young.
For
as
y'all.
fuck. I was running.
I was trying to make the
4-5
football
a day.
team. I got kicked off the football team. I did cross country. Fuck all. You think I did it for the boys?
Not
I
for the
did
boys.
cross country, stay in shape. Fuck all that. Fuck y'all niggas.
Nah, we was in there. We was wilding. We damn. I had to fucking run them 50 miles, but I could. But I had to have somebody watch me to document the shit. But I could walk if I got tired. I could walk it, so I could be there fucking 5 hours and shit get like 5 miles in a day. But I had to have somebody there to report
4
the shit.
days.
5
No, it
miles
wasn't
in
4
a day.
days. I think I
5
probably
to-
had like 2 weeks of some goofy shit
For basketball?
for trying to
You
get
made
back on the
sure
fucking
your
team.
ass was in shape. You must have been slacking.
Yeah.
Now I was
Big
fucking. I was
time.
disrespectful, bro.
I was just
For real?
For real.
At least you know. A lot of people don't
I
know
was
what they do.
disrespectful. I know what
that's
I did. I was
accountability
wrong.
though. At
And
least
looking
people-
back
you
on
know
this,
what you're
like we really like people really did like them teachers got a hard fucking job, bro. Especially dealing with them kids, man.
The thing is,
doing. That's why when I become a teacher, I'm like, I'm gonna do the like
They need to bring
lower
the
grade
rules
shit
back
for a
and beat
little
them,
bit. But y'all need to make
They need to beat them kids,
up them
bro. Kids
wages
need
a little bit
to-
for a
yeah,
brother.
need
You
to-
know what I'm
them kids
saying?
need to be beat, bro.
I'm gonna say what's patience is very necessary
Yeah,
to be a
for
good
sure.
teacher.
Yeah.
I feel really good. I've been drinking like 4 or 5 beers. I'm on my
We all
Vizzy
lit.
for my 5th.
Hey.
Vizzy.
I don't think it's enough patience to be a teacher.
But
Because
you
you
have
gonna
to have
have
patience.
them kids in there that gon'
They gonna act out.
act the
Let me
fucking
tell you something.
fool.
Act out.
I
You gonna be
never-
looking at
do
them
you
like, the
remember
hell
your
is wrong with
Let
Lil?
me ask you a
What's the
question.
name
Let me ask
today?
y'all both a question. I'm sorry to interject.
Nah, no worries.
Do you remember your kindergarten teacher?
Hell fucking no.
Why is
Nigga,
that?
barely.
She didn't have an imprint or an impact on you. Miss Singh, I remember you. Miss Singh was cool. I remember
She
Miss
don't
Sing.
know you.
She
don't remember you. That bitch don't remember you.
Miss Sing was one of my favorite teachers. I never forget. She was an Indian woman, but she just literally said a word that she repeated all the time. Self-discipline. Self-discipline. Timothy, self-discipline. Now I understand how important self-discipline is. It's very important.
Yeah.
Y'all laugh. And then
She probably had a.
Was
It is some
she
humor.
an Asian woman?
She was an Indian woman, so yes.
Indian.
I remember everybody else. I remember my other teachers. I don't remember my kindergarten teacher, but I remember Miss Johnson, my third grade teacher. She taught me my threes. That I multiplied my
Miss Johnson
threes.
who? With the dreads?
No, hell. That was my teacher. I got kicked out her shit too. But
And that's bad. We over there with the dreads.
Yeah, I remember that.
She was cool too.
Kathy Johnson. That was the one
None
in
of the
middle
teachers
school.
like me. Look, I had a teacher told me they wanted me. You need to drop out. You're going to be a failure. Look, a lot of teachers didn't like me. I probably had Miss Sing, probably in high school, Miss 11. And I got on Miss 11.
I'm talking about early elementary school. The ones
elementary school,
You
Miss
remember
Sing,
all your
Miss Dishman and Miss Cobb. I'm always going to remember Miss Dishman and Coffo because of World
Yeah,
Trade
me
Center.
too. Yeah.
That's like imprinted in my brain. I remember everybody.
I
in that
remember Miss
class.
Bell. She was my first black teacher. I think she might remember me. She remember my sister. She's my first. She was my
Teachers
favorite
remember
teacher.
me. They got
That, and that's one of the reasons I want to be a teacher. It's because like
really,
we always remember certain teachers that like had an impact on us. I remember my history teacher when I was in high school. Wiz Khalifa came out with like a remix. Damn, it feels good to be a Taylor.
Yeah,
I didn't know it was an original song. I don't know what the group was.
right?
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster.
Right. Yeah.
We literally sat outside of her classroom and she put, shout out to Miss Hazelwood, Brooke Hazelwood. She put the earphone in my ear. She was a white lady.
Oh shit.
She's woke though.
She
been in Africa and all that. She
oh
about
shit.
all
That's what
that.
I'm talking about.
She about all that.
Let me say something. I know a lot of that's what she calls positive, strong, inspirational white people. That remind me of my producer mom. That remind me of my producer mom. May she rest in peace, Miss Jerry. My mom, I felt like I used to always tease my mom because I thought she was racist. She's not. But Miss Jerry taught my mom how to play the African drums.
Wow.
DJ Barbarian mother taught my mother how to play the African
She
drums.
had all that shit in her damn.
How to reconnect with our African roots.
The roots right there are
crazy,
very
ain't
strong.
it?
You never told me that. Now, that's amazing.
Beautiful.
That's very
That's a
crazy.
beautiful woman.
Because that explains a lot. Wow. Shout out to
artistically gifted.
While he's gifted the way he
my
is.
nigga
He's
with the
got,
pottery, like
wow.
Man, that's magnanimous.
That makes a lot of sense. You should have told me that way back, man.
Man, shit, we still catching up.
I'm trying to make the connection. Like, why this brother right here got the it factor.
But the fact that you being a teacher though, I gotta interject. That's some dope shit.
And I want to be a history teacher for sure. Now, one of the main things I want to do is like educate myself on like a lot of different cultures, like Asian culture, African culture, American culture, like things that, well, I feel like with, in our culture, we don't really know our roots outside of slavery, outside of civil rights movement. So we should go back. We should reach back.
Yeah.
Not just Egypt, because Egypt is. Now, let me tell you about something about history, though. Egypt is no longer associated with Africa. It's associated with the Middle East. Why do you think that?
Well, I think the Middle East had a big influence on that region because they used to trade with them a lot.
See, what he's saying is the answer to that question, what you're saying is correct, but it's not the correct answer.
I got you.
The Middle East, the fact that it's no longer associated with Africa, mean that the history is being taken away from Africa. Mm-hmm. A lot of people can't imagine some black people building pyramids.
Right.
And even I have a problem trying to figure out how can you have a pyramid accurate with
the motherfuckers are aliens. The motherfuckers geniuses, bro.
I mean,
that's
hey, I ain't no telling. And I believe you talking to a dude who believe in that shit. So I ain't no telling.
That is alienated thought.
When you look at history,
that's a big thing though.
Fact.
You're right
that
about
is alien thought.
It's like how's that shit still standing?
We can't do that shit right now with fucking technology and fucking.
But when you look at all the shit we got going on, we cannot replicate.
No, that shit a fucking damn.
No
all off and shit,
and they line up.
Can't trust no damn body.
When you look at the history of Africa, my friend,
Motherland.
And you go beyond Egypt and you talk about Timbuktu
Mm-hmm.
Think about to say your name.
and Kush.
Nigga, fuck
And
outta
you look
here.
at the richness of that, like you be like, what the fuck?
They
What
got
is that?
everything.
Who is Munza, whatever his name is?
Yeah.
Who can walk through a land and fuck up the market of the land because he has so much gold? What is $400 billion to a person?
You said Munza.
Munza.
He was the richest.
Richest.
Yeah,
$400 billion
yeah.
then
Then,
is trillions of
yeah.
dollars now. You know what I mean? Like, so what I'm getting at is history. The problem I have, and I'm not saying problem. The beautiful thing about history is if you know it, it's very, very powerful.
Hey, yeah, it means something to you.
Question history.
To know where
though.
you are, you got to know where you came from.
Question always when you go in, and the thing is, you will find some shit in history where you were like, this is not true. But you have to follow the Western civilization of the ideology of that history. I'm gonna give you a prime example. They say that Egypt happened with the pyramids 4,000 years ago, but some archaeologists and the Egyptians themselves said it was older than their civilization.
Mm.
So, where do you get at with the history of that? I'm just giving you an example.
Right. Now that makes sense. But you got to really look. I feel like you got to look at hands-on facts. You know, people that are actually there, that's been there. Because you look at like the ancient Aztecs and the Mesas, like
Inca,
and like
Mayans,
Mayans and all that. Like they have monuments that was built.
I'm happy you brought
You know
that
what
up.
I'm saying? Like
They
that
bring
still
that up.
stand to this day.
They
so
talk
it's
about
like,
that's 10,000 years ago, right?
Right.
But some archaeologists argue
Mhm.
and said it's 14. Then you got other who said it's 45,000 years ago.
God damn.
So
Like, you don't, what I'm getting at is there is a problem with the trajectory
right.
of time for me.
Time is not even like no one can really
yeah.
Like, because you got one culture. I'm gonna
say
give you a
what
prime
time
example.
it really is. Like
So he
you know
really
what I
ain't
mean?
20 years old.
When
We
you
really,
say-
like,
when
we
that
might
be
be
older,
might be 4,000.
exactly.
When you hear the Earth
exactly.
is 4.5 billion years old, right?
Shit.
That's what scientists say. But you have some cultures who say it's much, much older than that.
I can believe that.
How do you, and then you think about it, okay, so how are they counting the years? What prospect of margin of measurement? And we talk about carbon dating, right? And and you can fact check me, I'm pulling this out my blunghole or my brain. They carbon dating, right? It's radioactive carbon dating. But who is to say that ultraviolet, X-ray, gamma ray, whatever form of radiation changes a little bit? So much so that 4.5 thousand years ago can be much more longer than what we think. We don't know exactly how old the Earth is.
Yeah, time.
We don't know
Yeah.
How
exactly-
can
we
you
don't know.
radiocarbon rock?
Right.
That's some American
When
shit.
rock
How you gonna tell
comes
how
from-
you gonna tell that rock
Yeah,
how long
I
it's
was-
been?
yeah.
Right? Like how can you, when rock comes from the sun?
For
We
real.
all come from the
Right,
sun.
right.
I just question everything. But I do like you
That's
getting
a
the
good point.
history.
That's a
You
good
have
point.
some good patience.
Yeah, man.
It's going to be
You travel?
hard.
Have you travel a lot? You
yeah,
travel
I
along?
travel. I try to travel as much
Good.
as I can. I've been to Colorado. I've been in a lot of parts of New England. I've been to Massachusetts.
Shout out to
Rhode
my
Island,
niggas up in Colorado.
Vermont. Shit, you know, I'm trying to see the world though. You feel me? I'm trying to
Yeah.
get my passport. I'm trying to go like to Brazil, fucking Spain or Europe.
Yeah, my sister.
Really
speaking
trying to
of
like
Europe,
expand.
my,
like,
my sister just got accepted to a fucking school in London. She called me. That's why I was on the phone with when
oh,
y'all
man, she going
called.
to
me.
the
What's your
UK,
sister's
man.
name?
That's what's up.
Latasha.
Let me tell you something.
She a
Latasha.
fucking genius.
Let me tell you something,
She a
Latasha. I
fucking
want you
genius.
to keep doing what the fuck you're doing.
Keep moving.
Excuse my language. I know you're a genius. You don't want me to curse.
She a
But
genius.
you know,
yeah.
most people who curse are geniuses. So
Facts.
keep fucking doing what you're doing. Persevere. And that is beautiful to see a sister actually doing what they need to be doing
In fucking
fucking
London.
2020.
Shout.
In London.
in London during
Good
the pandemic.
God!
bruh.
London,
She
got
going
my
to-
beef from London.
She going to London with it.
Scotland's
I don't know
burning.
what she's studying and all that shit, but she learned.
That's
man,
real.
It's crazy
That's
when you travel the
beautiful,
world though,
London.
because the beautiful thing about it is you
It
realize
browse your
how
mind,
small
how,
you
and
are.
how fucked up we is.
I'm like, damn, I'm out here like, man, I climbed Mount Washington in New
Oh
Hampshire.
Lord,
6,288 feet, the highest peak in the Northeast. And like you just be up there like, wow, dog. Like
That's high.
I think about
That's
being
high.
here like on some normal shit.
Nah,
But we
niggas
think
are-
about being somewhere
That's
like,
high. That's
Put
really
your
high.
mind in a different spot. Like,
If I jumped out of a plane 10,000 something feet, that's high.
dude,
Did your ears start popping and shit?
hell no, nigga. I thought I was gonna get damn
I'd have been scared
frostbite
as a
though.
motherfucker.
I was not equipped. I didn't have no hiking shoes and none of that.
Oh, you was in there with some Nikes?
I with the Nikes and the polo sweatpants and my Michigan hoodie.
Don't do
Thought I
that
was-
shit.
They
Thought
like,
I was
this
high as
nigga
shit.
ain't
You
nigga.
gotta
I'ma be
have
like,
all your fucking cars
This
in
nigga
the
ain't
back.
been nowhere.
It's April though.
You supposed to have your North Face
Yeah.
on.
You feel
But
me?
little do he know about the temperature change
It's April
based on
and
height.
it's
Height,
New Hampshire.
yeah.
Saw a whole fucking moose out that bitch too. Hey, shout out my
Yo.
boy Kev, man. Kev, Ryan, Chris, all up there in Springfield, Massachusetts,
Shout out,
man.
shout out.
Much love y'all.
Yeah, man. When you travel, bro, it seems like that shit open you up to like.
I'm telling you, man.
Because you can't marginalize yourself
Yeah,
to the,
you can't.
the constraints of Americanism.
America, like we the dumb.
But I ain't gonna lie, there's pros and cons to every country.
Yeah.
I will say this though: get out your country and look at other cultures.
Mhm. See how different shit.
See
how different it is, Other countries, all the other cultures be on point.
They don't.
Like them China,
They do their own thing. Like my boy was in the army.
You about to say
He was in Korea,
Chinese?
Yeah.
chilling.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you the danger behind Chinese.
Well, there's always some shit.
Ancient
They
Chinese
beautiful.
secret
China is
You know-
beautiful. Let me tell you something. Shout out to the Chinese. If you're Chinese and you looking at this, shout out to you. But-
Dojai.
When you look at the government organization of organ harvesting, you say, well, damn, what you mean, Timothy? So if I need a kidney right now, and I got $125,000,
Mhm.
right? I can get a kidney right now in less than a week. Where do you think that kidney come from? If you're a prisoner of war and your blood type match mine in the country of China, I can get a kidney for less than $100,000. That means you're gonna die if you're a prisoner.
Mm.
That's China. That's the danger of China.
Mhm.
Now, granted, I know a lot of people wouldn't agree with what I just said. At this point, this is episode 12, 13, 14. I don't know. Grimy. I don't
Don't
really
give
give
a
a fuck.
damn.
But you can fact check me and look at organ.
Yeah.
Google or YouTube organ harvesting,
donor
and
shit.
you
I
will
mean,
see
yeah, they probably got some
Crazy.
fucked up shit, but
the
they
craziness.
The
behind
motherfuckers
it.
do be on code though. They got a culture.
Oh, they got a beautiful culture.
All
I'm
the
not gonna
motherfuckers
lie.
know how to fight.
They have history.
They will bust your ass.
That's strength in numbers for real. It's a billion
For
motherfuckers over there. Like, word, we ain't.
Shout out to my agents, not just in
Bro,
China.
they come here and be on their shit. Like they don't fuck with. I don't got a Chinese friend.
I do.
For real.
Yes. Yes.
Is her
Wow,
name-
I ain't
I'm gonna
gonna
say
lie.
friends. I'm gonna say acquaintance. Can't really be my friend.
You got yeah, that okay.
Know how to
You got a Chinese person you can talk, you can call up and be like, yo, what's good?
I could call her right now, and not just say what's good. But hey, when you trying to get on the episode,
What happened?
Word.
huh?
Matter of fact, I'm
do?
lying. I got one, but she from here. She's Chinese American.
I got a
Right.
sweet Asian chick. She
Chinese
go low
American,
man.
A lot of people from different. I have family in Algeria. They say, Timothy, you're lazy. You're lazy. You only have one job. You're lazy. That's what my uncle. I
You
can
need
hear
at
my.
least
I can hear my
4
family
jobs.
members
You
right
need at
now.
least 4 jobs.
And they had that same mentality. Chinese Americans.
Are we
You're
lazy?
lazy.
Are Americans lazy?
That's another subject. Do you think we lazy?
We can be. We can be comfortable.
Mark, you got 2 jobs?
Yeah,
Three?
I'm not a lazy motherfucker though.
And
Not
you got
lazy,
3 or
but you
4
can be
jobs? How
comfortable.
many jobs you got?
About I got about 6 jobs.
So you Jamaican,
This
ain't
nigga
you?
got 6 jobs.
I can tell you, I got 6
I go
jobs.
to one
Give
other
me-
job
give me-
to
go
the
down
other
the
job.
list.
A lot of
Go down the list.
A lot of them.
Because they
A
know
lot-
it's
a
on
lot
one
of
one.
them ain't. A
Oh,
lot of
nigga,
them
go ahead,
ain't.
come on, get-
A lot of them ain't. They'll
Feed
bring.
them out.
They ain't
nigga.
official. He said, I sell a little bit of
How many
drone
jobs you got?
side,
They
nigga.
don't bring
I'm a
Okay, which
part-time.
one the jobs? The
Which one?
podcast, that's one. You count
Okay, yeah, the
Okay.
podcast.
that? I ain't count that as a
I
job.
work at a
but okay.
hospital.
2.
I work at a port, Sunny Point, Wilmington Port, whenever.
You work at Women's Support?
Yeah, I come out here
4?
sometimes.
That's sometimes. Okay, 4.
Sometimes, yeah. If ain't no, I come out here most of the time.
Every
Before
so
I go
I
to
mean, I
Sunny
work at the
Point.
port too. You got that trick. Okay, continue.
Yeah.
I'm dial.
All right. How much? How much that is for?
That's 4.
Four.
Okay, my 5. Okay. Stocks.
I'm not counting that as a job. Continue. That should be
That
That
everybody.
shit is a job.
He ain't even say
Everybody
that
should-
with
that's a
confidence. He's
hobby.
like, Stop.
no fucking hobby.
Some people see that that's a
That's
recreation
a hobby.
of life.
That's recreational.
Some motherfuckers-
Job indicates
recreational
that
activity.
if you don't continue to do that, you get fired. That's a job.
Who's your supervisor?
Podcast.
Nigga?
Let me ask you a question. So you
Who's
consider
your boss?
No.
four stock being a trader with stock. I'm on the verge, cuspice of trading with
stock.
stock because I'm
Motherfucker,
getting
you
my
don't
real
trade-
estate license.
Some people don't trade. If they don't trade,
I'm
they
not
stock,
trading
they
right
gonna
now.
be
I'm not.
broke As a motherfucker,
I'm
they're
not.
gonna be broke.
I'm not
and they're
trying
gonna
to
be
hurt.
hurting.
I'm not trying to get a RAF Rothschild right now. Next year, yes. Right now, no. So four, right? Four.
Okay, and this don't bring no money to me right here. I study white people.
That's still four. What study?
I told you all my jobs don't
Okay,
require
so-
money. They don't require money.
Okay, so all right.
I said that. I said the job.
I've
the
been
jobs don't
drinking
require
a little
money.
bit, y'all.
They don't require money.
Elaborate.
I study
Hold
the
on.
shit out of
Aaron,
white
I
people.
might need a little bit more time with this podcast.
That is
What the
not
fuck
what
do
I
you
expected
mean
him to
by
say.
white people studying?
I study white people.
Darwin. What you mean?
You talking about-
Please,
That's
please.
some Darwin.
send us a
I don't know
please
what
send
it
me
is.
a
elaborate.
diagram,
I
bro.
study
At
their
least some
habits. I don't know.
What you mean?
Just
What you
specifically
mean? You
white
gotta be
folks, though?
specific.
Yeah.
Not
That's
that.
fucked
So
up.
is it their behavior or like
Oh,
their tendencies or
yeah.
like what is
That's
it?
fucked up.
I'm gonna say how you taking it? How you taking it as I'm saying?
Exactly.
it?
What are you studying about?
Because it's
them?
not
That's what we,
to me. When
Because
you
I
say
think
study,
I think white people they know like values of dollar better than we do.
Okay.
yes,
I
and
think
no.
you don't think white people know value
Majority,
of
of course. I have to.
dollar? I
disagree
don't
to
understand
you.
not all, but
Okay.
the majority.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Like as far as
Well, the
monetary,
question
like
comes- the question
integrity,
comes-
like what to do with money.
Yeah, what to do? Yeah, what to
how
do
to
with
save
stuff?
it. What to,
Yeah,
to
real
order-
estate.
when you don't come from money,
yeah,
you don't
when
know
you
what
don't
to do with
understand
money.
that shit. Yeah, you
That
don't.
makes
we
perfect
That
don't.
makes sense.
Yeah.
You don't have that.
But see, you don't have to say study white people. That's how great. This is
That
what
was
I was
funny.
saying.
No, that's my way of saying it.
And I've been drinking,
Shout out
y'all.
my
Please
way.
excuse me.
I'm in the.
You have to study the system. Everything has a system of things. The stock market itself is a system of gaining equity.
But who's the
Gaining
stock market?
Getting rich.
dividends.
But who
Getting
is?
rich.
But who
Gaining
is the
money.
stock market? Who owns the majority of stocks?
Stock owners.
White
I
people.
don't know.
That's
Who
true.
own more real estate?
But I'm just being mean.
It's the
on
truth
on
though.
a
Like,
macro point of view, I can't just say white people though, because you look at some other countries, Asian,
but they have a
Indian.
different. I'm talking about here. Well, who I see
Okay,
every
in
day,
America.
I
can't
can't
just
every
study-
day.
I can't
I
study-
can't say Chinese or the
Shout out to
fucking
I can't
Dow Jones and fucking
Dow Jones.
whatever that shit called. In
Is that
China
a Dow
or some
Jones in
shit.
China though?
No, it ain't. It's something different. It's some weird shit I can't pronounce. Shanghai.
I know what you're coming from.
Dojai.
But that's what I
Facts.
mean. Just
But
like here,
But
what I
study
see
the
every
order.
day.
I'm not. Here go my advice to you, my
I
friend.
feel like
study the system more than you study the people.
No, yeah,
If you study the system, you know more so than if you study a,
yeah.
a ethnic background.
well, that's true. But the thing about if you
Well, I know where you're coming from.
we don't. We grew up in black homes. Like no
Yeah.
one was talking
Nobody's
about
talking about no fucking real
homeowner
estate.
having land and
I'ma have
expanding
a
like,
home.
your growth. And
I'm
all
gonna have
that.
a home in 3 years. I'm gonna have a business in 5.
Right, but see,
Why?
Yeah, but
you grown into
did you
that
grow
now.
up? Yeah.
Nah,
did you grow
didn't
up?
think that like
Did you grow up in
15
that
years.
crib where your
Your mama
people
was like,
talking about
put
yo,
your
we
money
gonna-
to the side because
Yeah.
we're gonna invest in this damn business.
Look, I got a thing for you on the side. When you turn
Right.
18,
Right.
you gonna have some
No.
bread.
And
Mhm.
I just started my Gerber fund for my son.
right. You
He
see how
got some
important it
bread
is
for
now.
my son.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, but I get what y'all coming from. So
Understand
I-
what
I-
I see here.
I
like,
see what you see
every day.
But the thing is, on a macro point of view, it's more than just white people. It's a system.
Mhm.
Who created the system was white people. I can see we coming from that, but it's a weird situation
It is.
because the system is hard to access. But when
You
you
gotta
have,
educate- you gotta
but when
educate
you have
yourself.
access, it's no longer hard.
Right.
Yeah.
Once you get in that inner
Just
circle.
because, and I'm not disassociating what you're saying. I'm not agreeing or disagreeing. I'm on a macro point of view. I'm not actually blaming a white man. I'm also blaming a black man for not having the knowledge. When the knowledge is there, they just choose not to utilize it.
What you talking about then or now?
Both. Now it's more so now it's like a lot of people's waking up.
Back then, if you
Back
try
then
to
it's
do
different.
some knowledge,
Back then
nigga,
it's
you would
different.
be
You had Jim
beheaded.
Crow. You had Jim Crow. The back different. I'm talking about now.
Said,
For the past
if
3
you
years.
was even thinking about trying
You
to
would
read,
think about,
they
oh, you
gonna
smart, nigga?
shoot y'all here. They
his
gonna
ass
off your
back.
ass.
But the system,
quick.
I'm looking at the system right now. I'm not talking about back then. The system creates that. Like, think about it like this. And you leave a comment. I've been drinking. You can leave a comment if I'm not correct.
Gypsies.
So my credit score right now is 690. That's not high. For me.
Hey, that boy Lee, shit. You at least you can get a Twinkie or something.
I'm trying to get my score in the 800s to get a business.
But you know
Granted,
how hard that shit is, though?
It's very hard, but it's not impossible.
You gonna have to pay for a fucking.
It ain't impossible. It's ways. But anyway, I probably
Bill
get to
Gates
that.
ain't got an 850.
Huh?
Bill Gates ain't got an 850.
Shit.
Nah, bullshit.
He probably got
Bill Gates
1,000.
got
Like,
900.
he got at least
Shit.
1,500.
1,000.
That's unheard of. Motherfucker. He
Bill
got
Gates got Bill Gates.
explosive numbers.
When you got equity, that changed the whole game.
Yeah, man.
For real.
Yeah.
How much your business worth? Billions of dollars more than what I have in
Oh,
cash.
what you need? Oh, what you need?
Yeah, whatever type of loan, whatever.
Facts.
Any bank, any place you're going to, approved, automatic, systematic.
But when it comes to the system of things, you can't necessarily, like, people blame the white man. I see that. And you can say, yeah, but on a macro point of view, if you understand that it's the white man, then you change that.
Oh yeah, I wasn't saying I was blaming them, but I understand that they have
There
the
is a
information.
system of a form of segregation. I do agree with that.
They have the information.
Segregation. I agree with that. But what you need to have is unification.
What you need
of information. Pass that to your brethren.
Yeah.
Pass that to your seed, your friends.
the
your
education,
uncles.
the information
And-
is what changes everything.
Yeah,
and that
everything.
changes
You know
everything.
what I mean? Because we as black people, man, we come from excellence. We haven't always been the bottom of the totem pole. You know what I mean? They just never wanted us to be at the top.
Yeah.
We've come from people who have very. Let me look at Black Wall Street and different type of events in history, but like it's up to us. Like we have to be the generation.
You
now
know what?
That transcends.
I
Thinking
agree.
About investing.
I
Thinking
agree.
about money. Thinking about
96.
equity and passing on to our young. Because my mom, single mother, 3 black males, like 3 black kids that she had to raise by herself. You know, you don't think about that shit till you get older. You be like, damn, like how you survive all that? How you make ends meet? How you do all of this? And now like we have to see that
A black woman is definitely
Oh,
on some
man.
other
And you know the
shit.
crazy shit is,
envision that and carry that on and make
Any
something out
woman,
of it.
any woman who could let me tell you something. Any single mom who could take care of 3 kids alone.
Shit.
yeah, my mama had
Exactly.
exactly 3.
Right.
Me, my brother, and my sister.
At least she had a girl.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's somewhere to
exactly.
soften it up. 3
For
boys.
real.
Shout out my mom. Shout out Sheila.
Facts.
Sheila Goss. Love you.
And the thing
Greatest
about it
woman I know.
is, man, when you think about when I think back about it, the first thing, which I don't blame her, but the first thing she'll be like is, my whole family, they'll be like, go get a job, go get a job, go get a job.
Mhm.
But that's not gonna break
Save
shit.
us. Right.
No,
It's not gonna transcend us into what we
no,
want. Right.
a fucking job.
Get a
No,
job
man.
and then invest in yourself to
Mhm.
become the person who owns the job. I do understand that.
Yeah,
The danger is this: your family told you to get it. Oh, excuse me, that's busy. Get a job because an idle mind is the devil workshop.
yeah.
So if you're not doing shit,
Right.
you sitting in your ass, you scratching your balls, you jacking off the pornography. That's not doing shit. That's not helpful.
Shit.
Mama, grandmama, uncle, cousin, auntie told you to get a fucking job to
Get your
get
ass
a
up.
fucking
and get a
way.
job.
Make a way. Now I know my DJ want me to wrap this up. Give me like 5 more extra minutes. Think
Nigga tryna
about it
blow
like
up the
this.
camera.
What happened if you didn't actually have somebody who told
Push
you
you.
to get a fucking
I'm
job?
saying though, when it
That's
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
think about it like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah,
Some
yeah.
people don't have that. I had a nigga on the show named Kalashnikov who didn't have that.
Right.
He didn't have a push to say, hey, maybe you need to think about getting an education. Granted, I have an education. I'm not using that. Some people will say, go ahead, get a job. I'm working. Do I feel like I'm actually being successful? These are questions you got to ask yourself.
Right.
Where do you see yourself 5 years? 10,
Mhm.
15, 20, 25, 30, if you live that long. 35, 45, 50, if you live that long. Invest in yourself.
Yeah,
because nobody else is gonna invest in for you.
Yeah,
invest in yourself.
Having that push though, man, like, tough love. You know what I mean? Like, we look at it. I look back and I'd be like, man, I never understood why my mom did certain things that she did. She said certain things that she said, and I'm like, I'm a kid. I'm like, I don't get it. I really don't understand it. Now that I'm older, I'm like, now I see everything that you was preparing me for. Now I'm at that moment in my life. Like, it was crazy. It was like it kind of finally came to fruition or whatever, So like you gotta have that. Some people, like you said, some people don't have that. Complacency is, as you told me, what?
Complacency is a danger.
Yes.
It's the killing of yourself.
Yes, for sure.
It's worse than lazy. Being lazy, I'm lazy.
Being lazy is one thing.
Because I'm smart and lazy. I think smart.
Warren Buffett
right?
lazy.
But he could be lazy.
Exactly. What's wrong with being lazy though?
When you got the
Warren
money.
Buffett owns 24 hours of his day.
But if you complacent though, that means you okay.
Right. He ain't complacent. He comfortable.
He comfortable as a motherfucker. That's what I want.
Let me have somebody else work for me. Why work for myself?
Warren Buffett chills 24. He could do
leave a comment, leave a message
throughout the fucking day.
Share, like, subscribe. Let me ask you this.
Motherfucking 95, he look 60.
Where do you see yourself 5, 10, 25, 35, 55 years from now?
I see myself on a porno. I'm bullshit. I'm bullshit.
That nigga is 97% accurate on what he's saying.
Right, you really do believe that. There's a little bit of that in there.
You want to have a porno.
Just went viral.
Hell no.
Right stroke, put a little baby in a spiral.
We gotta wrap it up.
Aaron want me to wrap it up.
100% African.
Let me see what time it is.
I heard that shit killed COVID.
Oh hell no! It's 2:32. Let me get like 1 more minute. 2 more minutes.
Can we even do 2:35?
I appreciate everybody being here. I appreciate everybody who ever came on my podcast. And I just got to say that if you ever been welcome on my podcast, besides Kalashnikov,
don't do my man like that.
I must say that you are welcome to ever come back. Like people need to talk about good topics. And the next topic we need to talk about is how to have forgiveness. How to have peace with yourself.
That's deep.
How to forgive and let God have it. And if you don't believe in God, let the powers that be have the energy of negativism. Because holding on to shit that's not going to hold you can be dangerous. And worrying about shit
that you can't
think
control.
about it on a bigger point of view, it's just shit. Why worry about fecal matter? Flush that down the toilet and be worried about something else. That's for my next episode. And
is this liquor? I mean, some kind of liquor? I asked you that.
That is a liquor. Of course it is. I've been drinking.
And you said it's from where?
It's from Germany.
Can we take a shot of it?
You gotta actually warm that up.
Whoa.
That's some shit you gotta warm up.
That shit already warm. Now we about to kill that bitch. Fuck that.
Bro, the origin Germany tastes
mulled
sweet.
wine. What is that?
Like it's some directions you gotta do.
What's the percentage on that joint? It's probably like 13.
4%. I've been drinking.
I've been drinking.
Yeah, the Budweiser horses on the front.
What's that?
It's actually 9%. It's not that strong. I could drink that. I've been drinking that when I was in middle school.
Easy money.
Easy. You don't believe me? Ask my cousin.
Ask
my
about
nigga.
me. Ask about me.
I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler, nigga.
I'm so nice that I'll right my rights. I guess
before
I got
I
gambling problems.
I know my producer mad. I know my producer mad. He'll be all right.
Shout out to the producer, man.
A1.
Yeah. What y'all want to enter?
He got the juice.
Anything you got to say left before I close it up? And we appreciate.
I
appreciate anybody who ever came on the show.
I just want to say I appreciate being here, man. Man, this man go way back.
I'm gonna try to put him on permanently. I don't know if I'm a.
If that's available, I would love to be here. Love to be a part of this, man. I think this is something good for especially brothers like us to do, and a sister to Amari. Her name,
shout out to my
as well. You know what I'm saying? For strong people to come on with open minds and be able to do something positive like this is great.
I ain't gonna lie, he got some.
My hands aren't bisexual. Just throwing that. I'm kidding. I'm not. Edit that out.
I just throwing it on live TV. I've been drinking for real.
Edit that out though. On the real, man. It's an honor and a privilege to be a part of something positive, man. And a part of something my homie I've known for a long time. And I'm all about stuff like this, man. My man Mark. I
got
got fresh fro. You know what I'm saying?
know.
They gotta see a stylist every week to keep
you
his
already
shit
know.
crisp.
I
you know what I'm
stop,
saying?
but he gotta see a stylist.
Y'all want me to end it with a freestyle?
No.
Nah,
Y'all
we
want
Mark,
flow
what
no
else you
more?
gotta say before we close that? Please,
Close
I'm
it
on
out.
freestyle.
I ain't got shit to say, man.
Lord have mercy.
Ooh.
I had to put on my chapstick because black niggas don't need that.
You know, it's chapstick season. Nigga. You better
Chapstick.
have that Burt's Bees.
I ain't got nothing to say, man. Shout out to everybody.
Well, I have something to say.
Oh,
I'm gonna end it on this. The next episode is the art of forgiveness. How do you forgive yourself? How do you forgive others? And how do you move on to actually stabilize yourself in a world that is so wicked with wicked people and you know who you are? My name is Timothy Robin, drinking that motherfucker.
Drop that
Vizzy.
beat.
I had about 4, 5, 7, 12 beers. 11, 12. Man,
Drop that-
nigga, this
man,
is
drop that
motherfucker.
beat.
Great Apes Cafe.
Drop that beat.
My doctor done did blood work today. He said, Tim, you okay? I said, okay.
okay.
Oh, hell no.
Coming live, man. Great Apes
I've
Cafe,
been drinking
man.
this. This is a cafe. We
Melon,
drink, we eat, we don't sleep. Facts, nigga.
Shit, if we was gonna eat, nigga, you should have ordered them Chinese food chicken wings like you did last time.
Green
ain't
bean,
lying.
potato, tomato, ham, chicken, turkey, you name. Actually, we might have to do some Thanksgiving shit. I don't know. I'm thankful for everything. I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. I don't know.
And that
How,
turkey.
what's the minutes,
I want that
DJ?
honey
How
ham.
many minutes we got? You want to wrap this up?
Wrap it up.
Okay,
Shit.
so
We lit.
You look at I'm about to
My
get y'all
last
these,
words
I'm
of
about to get y'all
wisdom.
these bars.
my last words of wisdom is
Your
this.
bars made out of aluminum.
And you will always
Don't
hear me
nigga
say this
Just
repeatedly.
easily, man.
My friends, ladies and gentlemen, be wary of pretend gestures of admiration and hidden agendas, because not everybody really love you, even if you think they do. A nigga done, a nigga do.
God, it's crazy. Crazy.
You cut off. This nigga cut off.
He cut off.
He cut off of a
I've
spit.
been
I'm a
drinking. Hey,
fizzy
look,
nigga.
what y'all gonna do? We gonna call Papa?
Oh, man.
Nigga, guess what?
Call
I'm
the
home.
Papa.
Call Papa Hall. Call Papa.
They called it. Who said that?
What you gonna do? Call? We gonna call my
What's up,
parents? What they gonna do? Give me an ass whooping?
Oh, Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry said, call the popo.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Call the Papa.